So today we'll talk about the what this research in health and social care, the assignment requires from you. So the aim of this unit, this is the assignment brief that I've shared with you. This is actually the unit specifications, basically. I'll share the assignment brief in a while with you. So this unit, it's here to develop your essential academic and research skills, and it's required for working in health and social care, the sector that you're working in, and to be able to formally present your academic research findings, both written and orally. We know it's a unit level 3, and it's got 10 credits in it, and you could have a pass, merit, or a distinction. So we would urge you to let us know when you're sending your assignments to us, to mention what grade you are marking you, what grade your what evidence you have with regard to your grades. So the basic outcomes, we've learned 3 different learning outcomes. So these are just mentioning them. So the first outcome was to understand the role of research and different approaches in health and social care practice. So how would we assess you? So you would be to see you explain the links between research and evidence-based practice. Analyze the contribution of research and evidence-based practice on decision-making, and explain the contribution of research to health and social care vision. In order to gain a merit, you would analyze potential uses for research findings within your practice. The second learning outcome was to know how to identify and justify a topic research within service. So yeah, sorry for that. So where were we? Yeah, we were here. So here you would identify a research topic, as I said, and explain the importance of the aims and objectives of the research, and explain the ethical considerations that apply to the area of your research. So what you have to do here is basically you have to tell me what topic of your research would you want to work on. And then you would want to explain the importance of the aims or objectives, and or you could just do this, that you could explain why your research is important. As I said, within your organization, and also explain what ethical considerations would there be when you're working. Analyze your own, if you, this is to have just a pass, for instance, but if you want a distinction here, you would analyze your own current skills and knowledge in being able to conduct a research, a literature review in health and social care towards evidence-based practice. And the third learning outcome is to be able to complete a research project in health and social care. So here you're performing a literature review, creating a sample of data from the findings, applying suitable data analysis methods for data collection and presenting data and information from the report that you have generated or from the results. And then you're drawing on conclusions and recommendations. So in order to gain a merit here, you're analyzing the importance of validity and reliability of data used within the research. In order to gain a distinction, you would explain the value of literature review process in influencing positive change in health and social care practice. Have you all gone through the videos that were sent to you regarding how to submit your assignment?
Yes.
There were some videos that I shared with you. Yeah, Jessie, I'm just copying and pasting your document here. The thing that you've shared.
Okay.
Yeah. I would request everyone to please start sending their research topics. If you've not already done that, if you've done that, it's okay. So far I've had it just from Jessie. Anyone else? So if you've not done that already, I would really want to see that, because unless it's been approved, you would not be able to do it, because that's one of the requirements from us. Okay.
I've tried to drop my own also.
Oh, can you drop that again? Sorry, I've missed it probably when the class got disconnected.
I even dropped before Jessie.
Sorry. Okay, you did. Yeah, I did see that, but because the class just. Can you share it again? Sorry.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so I hope that's clear, the learning outcomes. Okay, so there's one shared. Person-centered care. Yeah, I need more explanation on this. Yeah, okay, so. Okay. Just a minute. Outdoor play. Okay, Jessie sent hers. Olubakami has sent it. Just a minute. Okay. We will have a discussion on all of these research topics. Person-centered care. I will need more details on this. What do you mean by person-centered care? What do you want to see in it? Why do you want to do it? Is there going to be any benefit that you're doing this? Olusola, please, it's got to be more than just this.
All right, no problem.
Yeah, thank you. I'll mention yours here. So thank you for dropping these in the chat box. Yeah. The others who've not done it yet, please, I'm really requesting you to do that, because unless you do that again, as I said, it's
there's another one in the chat box, I think.
I'm not being able to see it. And
hello, I've also dropped mine.
Okay, I'll just have a look. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the impact of social. Okay. No, this I've seen. Okay. Discussing the challenges and solutions. Okay, Lukman, thank you. Okay. Thank you. Okay, I've stopped sharing my another document. That is the main document that we need to discuss today. That's your research proposal. How do you have to develop this? Brief. Just a minute. Sorry, there's so much of sharing. Just a minute. Yeah, assignment brief. Okay. So here I'm sharing with you the assignment brief, what's required from you. So please listen to this carefully. If you have any questions during this session, again, as I said, please feel free to ask me. And it's a recorded session, but still, if it's a live question and answer, it's better. So in this project, here your assignment requires you to propose and carry out a short research project. So it's a short research project. It's not going to be long, related to health and social care, and explain how this research informs practice. You would want to choose this opportunity or any opportunity or a problem at a health or issue in health and social care, health or social care. You would want to consult with me to determine a suitable area of research. The study skills that we are assessing here is your critical thinking, planning, organization, and time management, your research, gathering information, note-taking, summarizing, analysis, oral and written skills, academic skills, including your references, application of IT skills, and reflection. So we would want you to give us around minimum of 8 to 10 references here. So previously, so any questions that you have regarding this, please let me know. Otherwise, you have the videos available. So here we are agreeing to a topic. This is your task 1, to produce a research project. You have agreed the research topic with your tutor. Explain the importance of aims and objectives of the research. So I've got another research center. Just copy and paste this. And objectives. So why, what are the aims and objectives of this project that you want to do? So yeah, so anyone knows the difference between aims and objectives, or what are aims and objectives? What do I mean by aims and objectives? Anyone?
It means what you want to investigate and find out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so an aim is a broader term, okay? And an objective is not very broad, okay? So in an aim, you would want, it's a lot more, it's got to do a lot more compared to just your objectives. And your objectives could be 2, it could be 3, it could be 4, depending upon how deep you want to go for. But we would recommend that you have at least 2 objectives in your research project. And your aims are obviously going to be more, in a way, they're going to be broader. Your objectives become more specific. So we've talked about aims and objectives before in our sessions, the difference between them. Then you would want to explain ethical considerations that apply to the area of your research project. What ethical considerations do you think could arise from your research project? Explain the links between the research and evidence-based practice. Analyze the contribution of research and evidence-based practice on decision-making, and explain the contribution of research to health and social care. We've talked about all of this, but in a tabular form. And in this, you would want to also specify which learning outcome you're referring to. So whatever you are doing, so for instance, when you're working on the aims and objectives, which learning outcome does it correspond to? The learning outcomes have been mentioned in your assignment brief as well. Here you would want to carry out a literature review. Now and then produce a report summarizing and commenting on the literature reviewed and drawing out main themes and issues identified. And the third point is to carry out research for your chosen area, collecting suitable data and recording the findings. So you're creating a sample of data from the findings and applying suitable data analysis methods. So there are different data analysis methods that we've talked about. And the fourth task is to produce a set of slides and notes for your presentations on the findings of your literature review and research, where you would present the data and the information from the findings to produce results and draw conclusions and recommendations from the research findings. Is that clear to everyone? Yeah?
Yes.
So I'll now delve into finally into the research. Okay, mental health support. Okay, I'll just copy and paste this. We will have time, hopefully, to discuss these topics. If not, then I've mentioned today's class will be a bit longer than usual, so we can just get this done. Okay. Thank you, Islamiyat. I've just mentioned your research also. Okay, so yeah, so just bear with me. I'll just share my slides again. I hope you can see my screen now. So this basically is secondary research. Okay, what's the difference between primary research and secondary research? Primary research is when you're actually going and collecting data. Okay, you can do that also, but we recommend that you do it as in a secondary data form, where you have different research topics or research reports that you could download from this website. I'll just quickly first go through this whole research proposal. And then we can talk about what research topics you could select from. So here, so this is your template for your research proposal. You would want to write your name over here, your title or your topic over here. So use this Word document. I've opened the Word document. If you do not have access to Word, there's WPS that you could download from. It's in the video actually that has been shared with you, but I'll share it with you in the chat box also, just how to download your document. If you're not submitting in a Word document, unfortunately, we cannot check your assignment. So it has to be in a Word document. So here you write your name, your title, or your topic. This is for your research proposal. This is not the whole assignment. So this is just the third task that you have to complete. So for the first two tasks, you would again work on a Word document, and you would like the whole the unit ID and the date and your your tutor who's taught you. So all that comes in that. I'll show you in a bit. So what is your role within the organization and how are you linked to your proposed topic of research? This is what you have to write down. State the aims and objectives of your research. So what are the aims? So an aim is a broader term. What is it that you're aiming to see through your research, and what are your objectives? So your aims would be, objectives would be 1, 2, or 3. So, and next would be the purpose of this research. Why are you doing this research? So give a brief background of, probably you would want to see anything that you want to see. Why are you wanting to see it? Why is it important? What is it that's missing in when you've seen the data around, when you've seen the when you've done your literature review? What is it that's missing? 30 to 50 word count, that's it. Please do everything in these blocks that have been provided to you. What is the specific focus of your research? So what is it that your research is basically focusing on? The key point or issue of interest in your research. What is the broader significance of this issue of interest? Outline what point your project will aim to establish, and briefly explain how this will impact upon your practice, if it has to have an impact on your practice. How will this topic impact your organization? Any benefits that your research project would that you intend to, how would it contribute to your organization as a whole? The literature review that you do would be based on previous research that has been done on your topic, 30 to 50 word count. And then coming towards the research method. So what research have you used? Are there primary or secondary research methods that you have used, as I'm recommended? That you are talking about a report that you would that you have reviewed, or any study. Sources of information. So you can have a look of all these lists of books or online resources that are available. If you access them, it's good to access them, because it gives you a lot more information. It broadens your overview of the research topic. Your results and your conclusions based on the report. Ethical considerations. So the research participants should not be subjected to any harm in any ways or whatsoever. This should all be mentioned here in your research when you're doing it. You should respect the dignity of research participants. There should be full consent obtained from the participants prior to your study, if you're doing primary study. The protection of the privacy of the research participants should be ensured. Adequate level of confidentiality of research data should be ensured. Anonymity. So you would not mention names, ages, or sex, or anything of the person if they don't want it mentioned. If they want it mentioned, and if you require it, it's okay. You could always give numbers to the research participants. Any deception or exaggeration about the aims and objectives should be avoided. Any type of communication in relation to the research should be done with honesty and transparency, and any type of misleading information, as well as representation of primary data findings in a biased way or manner, should be avoided. So after your research proposal is approved, you need to write the research project. So here, basically, this is one thing that you have to do. This is your task number 3. Okay. And once your research proposal, so once you've made that proposal and it's been approved, you then need to write down a research project. So your word count would be 3,500 words. So it's an introduction where you would give your rationale. Why are you doing this research? Your aims, objectives of your research, 750 words. Literature review is 1,050 words. Research methodology, presentation would be 750 words. Conclusion and recommendations is 500 word. Is that clear to everyone? I'll just share these projects, this list of projects with you. I'll stop sharing this and I'll start sharing. So I hope you can see my screen. So there are a number of publications over here. I'll again share this website with you in the chat box. Okay, thank you, Lukman. This is where you can access the research projects. Okay, so you go here and then you have your reports here. So once you have the reports over here, you can download a report. So let's say if I want to see a report on health inequalities in 2040. So basically, this is secondary research. You would want a report from here. Now, I'll do a So yeah, it's opened up now. So basically, before I start sharing it with you, I just need to make this very clear. So sometimes it's found that this this research project, sometimes people get it mixed up. The way they write it down, the research project, or the whole thing is done by them. It's not something that we have we've asked them to do. It's communication sometimes. So some things that I'll make very clear in this assignment discussion session. So hope you can see my screen. So this is a report on health inequalities, current and projected patterns of illness by deprivation in England. So you can download this and then you can have a look if you want to work on health inequalities. So just download this report. There's some figures that have been given to you. There's several other reports that you can download from this website. You can use other websites also if you have them, access to them. There's a lot of resources that have been shared with you. So now, if I just basically share what the aim of this whole assignment is, it is what done is try to teach you research. Actually, our focus is on secondary research. This time I read with you and these research topics that I'm sharing with you. You need to look at these research projects or report and report. Have a research report you think is suitable for you. This is if you're working on secondary research. Again, I'm emphasizing on this, that if it's secondary using these reports, if it's primary research, you could do it with data you need. So if you're using secondary research based on these reports, so yeah, as I was saying, just a minute, I'll share my screen again. So if I open up this topic, just health inequalities, for instance. So as I said, that you would want to read these reports. So for instance, if I want another report, I'm just wanting to see quantifying health inequalities or in England, or probably you have to do is basically you have to complete this research report template that has been shared with you based on this research report that you would download from here, and you would want to work on it. So the research, I have to finalize it. It will have your research proposal, your introduction, your aims, objectives, literature review, research, methodology, your data collection and your findings, finally recommendations and ethical considerations, which you have used or in your primary research or you have extracted from the research report. So the presentations that were shared with you, they were just the process to show you how research is done in health and social care. But otherwise, it's basically this report, these reports that you have to work on. So if I, for instance, if I open up any other report from this list of reports, let me just go back. So there's several reports that you can have a look at. So let's see if we want to see public perceptions of health and social care. So this is a report that I can download. If I download it, it's downloaded there. And if I have a look at it, I'll just open it up for you. I'll stop sharing this. I'll start sharing the downloaded report. So this is how you have to do it. If you have any problems, please reach out to us. So your secondary report would be based on, or your secondary research would be based on these reports. Just like a report that I've downloaded just now. So I'm sharing this report with you. So this is just a random report that I downloaded from this website. So it's public perceptions of health and social care polling, for instance. And here you have a lot of like statistics on it. There are different attitudes towards GP practice. So if you go into the index, so there's several things that are here evident over here. So there's an executive background to the research methodology. So you have to use this an overview of this. So what you have to do is write what their methods were in this project. So your methodology is obviously that you read a report and you downloaded it and you started working on your secondary research. How would this research, now I've just shared a simple report with you, but does it have an impact on where you are working? Is this report applicable to you or not? So let's say anyone who's got a special interest in any other topic, anyone, I just shared this. This is not of my interest. It just came randomly here. So if I start sharing my screen again with you, okay, there we go. So let's see something about anyone. So okay, let's talk about the risk factors for ill health, supporting local to do more. So I just clicked on, and this is something that could interest me. And then, so it depends on where you are and have an impact on your social setup and what impact, if it has an impact on your, or does it have an impact on your organization? So it's taking a bit of time. What I'll do is now that I've shared these reports with you, now what I'll do is that I'll just discuss through your topics one at a time. We have, bear with me. So I've just written these, copy pasted them, and of outdoor play, for instance, on children's well-being. So as research. So Jesse, you have actually, if you've done this, very good. Now you have to let us know if you're doing it as a primary research, or would you be using a report instead? So this is your task next. And then here we have another topic, the impact of socio-economic status on access to healthcare services in marginalized communities. Okay. Then we have person-centered care. So it's introduction to person-centered. So project and importance of per there. I think you've discussed this before also. Economic determinants of health that you want. You could, okay, so how do this research? Every research is secondary research you would do. Islamiyat, your research project, you would want to see mental health, what is available here, how, including how can support patients with mental well-being. I've not got every students research project here, unfortunately. So I would want more researcher if you have a go ahead from me, that's okay. But if you do not, then it's a problem then. So here you are discussing, Dukman, you're discussing the challenges and solutions in providing care for an aging population, including home care, assisted living, and community support. Again, are you doing this as a... So you will have to mention this. So for your own ease, it is always best to see a report that has been published already. I've shown you how to see these reports. Just access them. They're there. I'll share this the link with you through the chat box, also through WhatsApp also. So just have a look at these. Okay, so this is a document that I've opened up. It's addressing leading risk for secondary works. So you want to mention this, okay? You're passing your work. So you're addressing the leading risk factors for ill health, supporting local government to do more. So this is one report that I could download over here when I want to see what are the leading factors. So there's several factors for ill health that have been mentioned in this report, and from there on I can go. Okay, so everyone knows where you're submitting your work at UK at Learnerwork. dates for your assignment to be submitted. So since we've had the assignment discussion today, this gives you 2 more weeks. So you have the time to from today till the 20th of October, 21st of October review. But before that, please, I would urge you to send me back again the documents that you the topic at work. Just send 2 paragraphs on what you're doing, your brief aim and objectives of your research. Why you want? How does this align with your own practice? So just a few bits about that. You all whole assignment, and this assignment has been discussed previously with you in this session and also. So you have, so when you're writing tasks, so if you're starting a new task, you're copying and pasting this entire task and then you write. So your word count for now, is everything clear to you? So you would all of you would email me on learnerwork@uk. At ukversity.co.uk. You would, all of you would send me a 1-pager based on your research project that you would want to do. And I'll just start sharing it with you on this thank you group. So it's learner work.
What do you want us to send
At ukversity.co.uk. I've sent it in yes, so it's a 1-pager document that you would want to send. Again, I'll share with you the research. I'll share this with you again. Just a minute.
Is this at the end of the 2 weeks with the assignment?
No, you have to get your research approved by me. So if you could send a brief overview of your project, you've texted, you sent it to me in the chat box, but I will give permission on that. Write the title. If you've done it already, just ignore that. State of your, if you're doing it primary research, secondary research, you have to mention that. How would this research support you or your organization? So once you've had research proposal approved, you then need to write the research project. As mentioned, this is the word count. Please go for Harvard referencing.
Okay, so you want us to send you the research proposal?